Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Amogbe.
I'm Ty Salam. Many thanks for joining us again.
All right, what a way to start the show. We're starting with the World Championship right there in Doha. A lot of spectacular results for the Americans on day 5. But then for Nigerian athletes in the 400 meters, it wasn't to be. And Noah lies, the man right here, he delivers on the day.
Oof.
It was expected of him to get the gold medal, but he wanted to break a record. But somehow he was able to get 19.83 seconds, not even up to his season best this season.
But it's a gold medal that matters, and that's exactly what he said after the race. First of all, you want to win gold. Second, perhaps you want to break a world record. Just one of his aims achieved, and still massive congratulations to Noah Lyles. Congratulations as well to Andre de Grasse, who comes second again. Also on the show, this time in the UEFA Champions League, our Nigerian forward, Super Eagles forward, Emmanuel Dennis, shone like a million stars against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu last night. He scored 2 first-half goals for his club, Club Brugge, but unfortunately they couldn't hold on. They considered 2 second-half goals, and that match ended 2 apiece, but doesn't take any shine away from the performance of Emmanuel Dennis Bonaventure.
Absolutely, it was Emmanuel Dennis 2, Real Madrid 2. Yeah. Also on the program, yes, he had another 7-star performance coming from Bayern Munich, and it was all about Tottenham yesterday, just taking up to 7 goals. And Serge Gnabry, the guy Arsenal sold to Bremen, and Bayern saw something special. They got him and he scored 4 goals against Spurs on the night, 7-2, their heaviest defeat in the Champions League.
This is a very shocking scoreline, shocking, embarrassing performance on the part of Tottenham. And wow, 7-star Bayern, 7 away from home, right there on enemy ground. Remarkable stuff.
Enemy ground.
Yeah, that's what it was. It made it, they felt so comfortable
at home.
And they scored 7.
I remember when Tottenham newly moved to this stadium, they were just winning. They were thinking no one can come down here to North London and get something. But a certain guy who was with Arsenal for a while, he didn't quite cut it out. I think I had to sell him for 4 million quid, right?
Oh, sold him so cheap, but come back to...
When they come back to actually hunting another team, obviously. Okay, now that's not where we're starting from this morning. We'll start with Motorsport. There's the Autosport Fiesta that is coming up in Lagos. For the first time, it's going to be a championship. Before, they just had races and all that. But this year is going to be a championship, and you're going to be having a winner. So this Motorsport Auto Fiesta is going to be holding this Saturday, and it's going to be all about having, different racers, all professional drivers, groups, different groups according to their own cars and all that. So that's how it's going to be. You're going to be having the go-karts, the bike racing, and also the car racing. You're going to have all of them in one, and at the end of the day, you're going to have a winner that will emerge. It's going to be the first time they're having a championship right here in Lagos. And subsequently, what they intend to do is that after Lagos has hosted this one, yearly they can take it to different states. And of course, you now have drivers, those who are actually into motorsport who have opportunity to make career out of this. Why are you smiling?
No, well, I'm just thinking, I mean, it's fantastic. Motorsport, it's quite big everywhere else, in the world, but not so much in Nigeria. We've seen a few attempts to try and introduce it, to this part of the world, and hopefully this is this one goes according to plan as well. So I just thought about all those guys that drive. They like to show their skills on the road. This is where they should be.
They just belong to a club.
Yeah,
that's it. You go to a motorsport club, and at the end of the car racing club, at the end of the day, you get opportunity
to race proper, because you're not supposed to be racing on the roads.
You understand?
That's it.
You get opportunity right now, so grab it and go on the seats. You can go watch them. After that, then you can decide to see if you want to join motorsports or not. There's also go-kart, bike racing, and car racing, all of them in one day, in one venue, and that's how it's going to be. Let's hear from the organizers what they have to say concerning this event.
Everybody is aware of Formula One, but Formula One is just one part of motorsports. And on African terrain, the promotion of motorsports is very, very meager. However, we want to really make Nigeria to become a prominent motorsports country, not only in racing, but also on the entertainment part, and at the same time cultivate the culture within our youth and kids to develop interest in motorsports so that they can actually develop career paths. What you can expect on that day is, number one, there will be for the first time in the history of Nigeria championships racing. A lot of Nigerians buy cars. A lot of Nigerians race with their cars, sometimes illegally. We've been in the forefront now, at least in Lagos State, to make sure that doesn't happen again. FAME is in partnership with Lagos State government to organize motorsport racing events, and we have been doing it for the last 3 years. So for the first time, you will see people compete based on the class of their racing vehicle and their experience. So for example, when you look at motorbikes, we will class them according to the power of the motorbike, either 200cc, 400cc, 800cc, 1000cc, and then above. The same thing will be done with cars. So you have 4-cylinder engine cars. You will have another class, V6, V8, V10, V12, and above.
And it's going to be for professional drivers only, so you have to belong to racing clubs for you to be able to participate. Okay, let's leave motorsport and talk about golf, and it's all about golf in Nigeria. The Nigerian Cup ended at Ikoyi golf course at the weekend, and a whole lot of, lots of awards were on that day in the tournament. So it's actually in celebration of Nigeria's independence. This happened at the weekend, and some icons were also honored by the club.
Yeah, absolutely. 23rd edition. Obviously it's been on for a long time. It was quite interesting. If you're a golf fan, that's where you should have been over the weekend. And like you said, it's for celebrating Nigeria's independence. And overall, it was a good one. So let's get to see this report that was put together on the 23rd edition of the Nigeria Cup.
It's been a busy week at the golf course of the Ikoyi Club 1938, as over 200 golfers slugged it out at the 2019 edition of the Nigeria Cup. With the contest concluded, it's time to reward hard work at this gala night, organized by the golf section of the club. The night is not all about the winners of the competition alone, but also prominent Nigerians.
This year, the theme is celebrating Nigerians who have established legacies of excellence in their businesses and impacted positively on all strata of Nigerian society. This theme is particularly apt at this time with increased negative narrative about our country internationally. It has become important to celebrate the best among us so as to reinforce the importance of excellence as a way of life. This year's event has 3 exciting people that we want to honor tonight. Chief Tunde Afolabi, MFR of AMNI, Dr. John Momo of Channels TV Group, and Dr. Lai Fatona of ND Western.
And now to what everyone has been waiting for, the champion of the 2019 Nigeria Cup.
2019 23rd edition of the Nigerian Cup project
Mr. Aaron Zell. Champion.
The organisers say the success of the 23rd edition was achieved with the support of its sponsors, and they're bracing up for another working relationship next year.
Take a look at the papers. There's so many talking points on the story from Nigerian players abroad. I'm starting with Sporting Sun. And Sporting Sun here, City team Zagreb, but then the 4-goal thriller. And this one, Champions League, I will see Tammy Abraham. They'll be facing off in France as the game between Lille and Chelsea. And linking up with that, Abraham and Coach Gennett Ross says, Abraham Tomori, not in my plans.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons, because this guy wants to play for England. We heard stories of, from England saying that if he gets a call-up, he might even get a call-up.
He's very likely to get a call-up on Thursday.
Now it looks like a very wise decision for them. But if they don't get to play, if they don't get to play like 15 games down the line and they retire and they sit back and look back at their careers and they're like, oh, maybe I should have represented Nigeria. But nobody knows what the future holds. But they have examples before now. You've seen Agbolaho, you've seen Carlton Cole, you've seen John Fashiono. You have examples before them. So they could be like Uwobi, play for Nigeria, go to the World Cup, or win a bronze in the Nations Cup. Or
win many caps.
Win many caps. Be recognized by clubs. He left Arsenal, went to a team for £40 million. It's not because he's a superstar, but because he has a very good international career respect. So and those things come into play when these players move. So if they've made the decision to play for England, fine, but they should consider again if it is the right one or
not. But I think
Tomori for me looks like a very, very decent defender. But we have so many good players in the Eagles right now. As in, honestly, without bias, Semi Ajayi is even struggling to get into the first team of the Super Eagles right now. And he's a goal-scoring defensive midfielder for his club right now, although you can play as a defender also. So we have a pool of talents. Also,
we have Victor
Osimhen is there in place. If Tammy Abraham is not coming,
if he doesn't come, he doesn't come. There are other forwards. I just talked about Emmanuel Dennis earlier on. He talked about Victor Osimhen will be seeing in action.
Chubak says he wants to play for Nigeria now.
Now, it's too late.
So it tells you a lot about these international countries or decisions they take.
Ekong may captain Eagles against Brazil.
There's no Musa.
So it's obviously it's going to be him. And this one, Arsene Wenger linked with AC Milan.
Interesting.
AC Milan flounder. What's their position right now? 16 or 17?
They've been poor.
That'll be a good move because if it's true,
really?
That'll be good.
Wenger.
Why would you go and take a team that is just struggling?
I think they're struggling. You want now to stress Arsene at this age, at this time.
Do you want him to go to Real Madrid or?
No, he's just chilling right now.
Can you just go to France and go to
But the man says he wants to go get back to coaching.
Let's see complete sports. Now, of course, the big one has to do with Gennett Ross saying Abraham and Tomori not in his plans. Eagle star Dennis scores a brace against Madrid. I talked about that earlier. Wenger linked with Milan job. Inter, Juventus, Sparta for Rakitic. Milan linked with Soup for Ozil. Let's quickly talk about Ozil. Ozil, what is going on? He can't even get on the bench.
I think
in the biggest match for them this season.
I think maybe there's an issue with the coach.
There has to be.
Because there's no reason why a player with the quality of Mesut won't be playing for that Arsenal squad.
That Arsenal squad, exactly.
Squad that has Xhaka as captain. It's mind-boggling. But you know the excuses every time with Ozil is he doesn't track back, he doesn't mark. But Mourinho is criticized as one of the most defensive coaches. And when he handled Ozil at Madrid, Madrid went on to score 120 goals in a season. Actually, he created the most assists for Cristiano Ronaldo because he created a system that suits Ozil. And that's one thing. Every time coaches recognizes players with special talents, they should do that. Create the team for him. That's what United have been failing to do with Paul Pogba. I don't know if they will ever get it. But for Ozil, it's a special case. Come on. If AC Milan gets him too, it will be a good buy for them.
All right, Osimhen is talking ahead of tonight's match as well. So it says Chelsea must fall. So there's a little battle going on there. Osimhen versus...
One thing I like about Osimhen is he's a fighter. He's a fighter. The boy is hungry.
He is.
He's hungry. And I think the coach in Lille tried to play it down by saying his job, he's brought in to score goals. But hey, the boy is still young and he's small and he's destroying defenders in I think he deserves a little bit more credit.
Of course,
yeah, so
of course.
It will be a good one. I would love to see him against Chelsea tonight.
Just one on this corner before we go. Sheyi Ojo ready to dump England for Nigeria. Another one. Sheyi Ojo.
Sheyi Ojo was one that also wanted to play for England, so maybe he should stay where he is right now.
He's not even needed.
We have so many players. Like, jokes apart. In his position, currently we have Simon Moses. He's never playing.
All the Nigerian players,
All
right? Thank you so much, Njoke, for coming on the program.
Wow, it's so short. We need like 2 hours to talk about this. So,
next time.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Have a fantastic day.
I'm Tahir Salam. Bye for now.